As we get the 2011 year-end review going on the Sports Buffet podcast, let's look back to earlier this month. First win of the year for Lynchburg College came from Abby Pyzik's squad against Barber Scotia. It happened on December the 6th. The Hornets don't get going again till the 30th, this coming Friday when Christopher Newport comes to town. But I talked to Abby Pyzik after the game against Barber Scotia to find out what she liked about her team's performance in their first victory on the young season. Here's Abby Pyzik reviewing Lynchburg College Barber Scotia from December 6th, 2011 on the Sports Buffet podcast as we look back at the year in sports.
Broke the ice, got your first win tonight. First half, I take it you probably weren't too happy. What'd you say at halftime? Clean version.
Actually, I kind of use a little reverse psychology. Normally I go in there and I really ream at them and I kind of jump on them, and that hasn't really worked too well, actually. So we walked in, we're in the ball game. We're not down by 20 by any means to really get riled up. And we were pretty blunt and talked about what we needed to work on to pull through in the second half, and the kids really responded. I think it was really big to get this first one, and it takes a big elephant kind of monkey off the back for sure, and so that definitely helped as we went through, and I'm really proud of my girls for fighting through that.
Do you think you guys played looser tonight than you had? I mean, do you think you all were tight in the previous six?
I don't actually. I think we started off the season, we came out strong. We were trying to change a little bit of our mentality of kind of playing with teams and getting over that hump of getting that killer instinct. I think that's something this team is trying to identify within themselves. And so as we developed that, then we played some great competition, some great teams, and then we hit ODAC play, and we got some injuries, so that kind of took a little emotional blow to the team's core, and then we kind of came back and we're battling through, and this is exam week, so this is a pretty tough head time too, so they definitely focused in, and I think that's really helped as we've gone through.
Was it tough to play them because it seemed like Barber Scotia really didn't have a quote-unquote offense, really, that they were kind of a little frantic?
For sure, we're definitely a very prepared team, and we prepared to the T, and so going through this, is a little different mindset, and so a little bit more one-on-one and having to D up with different athletes, and I think, that makes Barber Scotia very dangerous, but this is definitely going to help as we go forward in making sure we cover things and not just being prepared but reacting.
How important was it to get this one, considering you don't have another one of these for, I think, 21 days?
I will now have at least a little bit of a nicer Christmas dinner. It will go down, it will taste a little bit better. So we still have a lot of work to do, but I think this was definitely good. Now going 1-6, and we see CNU on the 30th.
Individually, who stood out to you from your group?
I was really proud of we start 2 freshmen right now, and so, it takes a little bit of learning curve. I think people don't realize we're pretty young as much as we're old with some of our old heads as well. So I think this was a really good to get a tight game situation in for my point guard. I thought Shannon Allen, number 32, did a really good job picking up boards. Second half, we definitely struggled with that first half, and we laid in a little bit on that. And then I was really proud of my seniors, Carly, Caitlin, and Katie Crump. They all definitely stepped up and did a little bit to do those things, and they're the kind of the silent ones for sure. And then Roslyn and Shay definitely came up and handled the ball well, and Roz was able to find her shot pretty solidly too. So I feel like it was a pretty balanced team effect, but I was really proud of our freshmen for doing that, for our seniors kind of coming out of their shell a little bit.
Congratulations on the W, first one of many this year, and I will talk to you after seeing you.
Thank you, Bob.